200. We talked about the 9th annual Monterey Historic, August 21st and 22nd. The final event on the 82 season schedule for Laguna Seca, the 25th year, the silver anniversary year for this track, the Sprite Monterey Grand Prix, the Datsun Budweiser Can-Am, October 9th and 10th.
All right, as we're getting them set up over there for what we consider to be our feature race of the day, there is probably one more detail that we would like to accomplish, and it is one that we do with great pride and pleasure.
Come off the corner, stare at Pontiac's a pair on the front row. It hasn't been that way for so long, Pontiac forgot they were in racing. Coming off the corner, ready for a green. It's green. We got a bunch. Look at them, tighten up, headed into turn 2. Out in front of it, jumps early, number 55, Elliott Forbes Robinson out of North Carolina, and Lynn Heeman.
He's off the course. We've got a spin in front of us as Marta Leonard blocks the racetrack. Marta off the track. She backs up. She gets out of the track, and they're down to you.
It is Robinson, Pickett, and Brassfield in that order. When the green flag came out, Robinson just jumped off his pole position and got in the center of the course. Made it very difficult for anybody to go by, and he is going by in the lead. Pickett about 3 car lengths back. Brassfield about the same distance. Underneath is Forbes Robinson. Behind him, Pickett. And then Elliott Forbes Robinson in the number 4. That must be one of the leaders because the yellow is out. Okay, leaders coming on by here. Still the same race. Trying to grab that. Let me have it here. Go. Yeah, we have somebody off at the turn in turn number 1. Dust all over the place. Back down to you, Dick. I think it's car 22 from the reports that we have gotten. Car 22 would be the one that's out there. Looking now for the leaders as they come by. I do not see Darren Brassfield, the number 4 car that was running in 3rd spot. He is gone. He is not in that lead bunch as they come down off the hill, and it looks like we are putting the safety car out on the track. Safety car is coming out on the track. The entire course is going under yellow. An emergency vehicle has been dispatched, so the entire field will bunch up behind that safety car, and they will all proceed around behind him. So like NASCAR, bunch them up style. All these laps do count, Bruce.
I was just going to say that Bill Friends is going yellow.
I'll tell you what's happening, actually, when there is an incident on we'll have a restart. We'll amplify
we get the action for you. In the meantime, Darren Brassfield's heading to the pit. Bruce?
Now, I've got, we've got a second. We're seeing them all stop here right at the red flag. And in a moment, we want to go over to Lynn Emus for a report. I think she was one of the few who really got a decent sight line on that and what might well be the cause for the red flag. Lynn, can you hear us?
Right, we were watching the cars, and all of a sudden someone standing next to me hit me. I turned around to see the car way up into the air. The bodywork is totally shed. It's the 25 automobile. I believe that's Bill Maier's automobile. We just got a chance to see the huge cloud of dust. The car is totally shed of any bodywork at all, and they're standing over there talking to the driver, it looks like, but they'll have it all cleaned up.
All right, well, we'll come back to you later for a little bit of report on that. Meanwhile, we are on a red condition. The major part of the field should be bunching up behind the pace car, and I would imagine that's happening up on the hill right now, isn't it?
Okay, the cars are up here, and I've got a very, very bad headset. I can hardly hear you, gentlemen. We had more fiberglass flying around here than you could believe. We had cars blocking the racetrack, cars coming into the corner. Zolkowski's automobile, the front end, an absolute mess on it as he went into the back of somebody. All of this on the first 2 laps. It was just glass all over the place and cars all over the place. Glad to see him get him straightened around and get him settled down, because there's a lot of racing left, and you can't win races in 2 laps driving that way.
Yeah, this is the first time a Trans Am has been red flagged since Watkins Glen in 1980, so it's almost 2 years since they've thrown a red flag on a Trans Am event. What I was saying earlier about the yellow flag coming out with a pace car, this is becoming more common in this type of racing, because when there is an incident that takes place with a hazardous situation on the track, rather than subject the race workers to very dangerous conditions, they decide to slow the field down, because even if you've got a yellow flag out there, it seems that these drivers just do not slow down that much to allow these race workers to get that car or whatever happens to be blocking the course out of the way.
Dick,
so go ahead.
I don't mean to break in on you like that, but I'm sure that there's some very anxious moments in the pits. Bill Maier is out of the car, that he was out walking around there. I'm sure he's going to be very, very sore tomorrow, but he is out of the car. And
he is in the racing pit lane now, and I assume they're working on his car. Will he be allowed to work on that car?
I'm not sure. That under a red flag, you can't work on a car.
Even though he came into the pits prior to the red flag?
Right, correct.
Okay, checking with Roy Story, he's got about 4 cars out of this, 31, 46, 25, and 87. So there's a couple of others aside from those that crashed. Bruce?
Yeah, I've got one more question for Mac here. The restart procedure, when it finally does come about, would it be just a standard single-file type restart?
Correct. Just a rolling start, single file.
We don't have anything confusing like that silly Formula One thing where there's a time differential on a second start?
No, we don't have to wait 15 minutes except on odd Thursdays or anything like that.
Mac, we didn't mean to put you on the spot. We've done that a lot today. You spent more airtime than anybody in SCCA. Thank you for stopping by and giving us that information. Right now, we have got 31 and...
Across the track, a huge big stain in that corner, turn number 2 here. They've got the grease sweep all over him. They're really vigorously attacking him with brooms, trying to get it all squared away. Now they're going to haul the other automobiles out of there, but there's a tremendous amount of fluids down, and they're just, the SCCA workers are just really attacking it, trying to get it off. But you should see the carnage of the car. It starts about 50 yards down and goes all the way down. There's just pieces of the automobile.
Well, Lynn, we have got a report now. The car that did the reason for the red flag car, anyway, there's car number 25, Bill Maier out of Haywood. It was a pretty red Mustang. And the report now is that Maier, the driver himself, is okay. And when we do get those, we love to pass them along. Bill Maier, the report from the emergency people, Maier is okay, and apparently the car, obviously not.
No, the car's not okay at all. In fact, we're going to try and solve Mr. Albetti's problem up on top of the hill with a new headset for him. We're working on that now. And we are still in a holding pattern here while we wait to get the course race ready again. Once the debris has been cleaned off the course, as we mentioned, Bill Maier, fortunately okay. The car not okay, but I'm sure that Saleen would like to get by and protect his team leader or the other car on his team, because if you've got 2 teammates out in front, it gets awfully hard for anyone to catch up to him and to attack him. And we've still got a weekend full of races to go. We're going to be racing here for a while. We hope that you have a good time. Those things that are on the hillsides listening to us, move around. Maybe take another look at a different spot.
of the racetrack as he goes on back over the curve. On his way, but he lost a lot of time.
Okay, and you've got a new Force car on the exit of turn 8. I think Minner really motored in that automobile. Gloy just motored right on by him, and Minner had a real big problem. Looks like the car stopped dead in the water, and then caught fire.
They're catching up to the Miklo car right now. Starts to pull back on him by already here, and it looks like Cleary can just coast for a while because McFarland has got a big lead over Jerry Brassfield.
He had that lead due to the spin here, and Gloy has really pulled it out over Minner. You talked about it, the Minner as well. We're listening for him. Really wrong outside of that oil smoke.
Completing 47 out of 53. Leader by underneath this. That's Kelly Ford from second place. He's tightening up. Wow, second place. The leaders, in fact, left to be right over the right.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the second place automobile, Steve. It's just the idea that he's closed up sooner than he used.
Never had it. He led this.
Oh, let me have it here for a second. It looks like